Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Jennifer Williams, and I'm the Director of Operations here at the Hard Rock Cafe. How are you today?
Good morning, Miss Williams. I'm doing well, thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I appreciate this opportunity to discuss the restaurant manager position.
Wonderful. To begin, could you tell us about your professional background and what brings you here today?
Certainly. My name is Ian Barrow. I bring 8 years of restaurant management experience, with the last 5 as general manager at Cheesecake Factory. During my tenure, I led a team of 35, increased annual revenue by 22%, and implemented a staff training program that reduced turnover by 40%. I'm particularly interested in the Hard Rock Cafe because of your global brand reputation and focus on creating memorable guest experiences through music and hospitality.
How do you handle high-pressure situations during peak hours?
I prioritize clear communication and visibility. For example, during a packed dinner service, I'll station myself in the expo line to coordinate between the kitchen and floor staff, adjusting seating pacing if needed. At my last role, this reduced wait times by 15% during peak hours.
How would you handle a guest dissatisfied with their meal?
I follow the listen, empathize, resolve method. For instance, if a guest complains about cold food, I'd apologize sincerely, replace the dish immediately, and offer a complimentary dessert or drink. My goal is to turn frustration into loyalty.
How do you address staff performance issues?
I use progressive coaching. For a server with repeated order errors, I document the issue, create a 1-week improvement plan, for example, shadowing a top performer, and escalate only if no progress is made.
How do you manage food and labor costs?
For food costs, I track waste logs and portion controls daily. For labor, I use sales forecasts to schedule efficiently and cross-train staff to avoid overtime. At Cheesecake Factory, this reduced labor costs by 12%.
Describe your experience managing teams.
I've led teams of 30+, fostering collaboration through clear communication and performance feedback. For example, I introduced a monthly Star Performer award, boosting morale and productivity.
How do you ensure quality control?
Routine inspections, staff training, and customer feedback loops. I also implement mystery diners to identify service gaps.
How do you resolve conflicts between employees?
I mediate impartially. Recently, I resolved a host-server dispute by listening to both sides, clarifying responsibilities, and scheduling follow-ups to ensure harmony.
Give an example of improving restaurant performance.
I launched a happy hour menu that increased bar revenue by 25% and trained servers to upsell, raising average check size by 10%.
How do you stay updated on industry trends?
I attend the National Restaurant Association show, subscribe to Restaurant Business, and network with peers.
Describe a tough decision you made.
Terminating a long-term employee who resisted change, hurting team morale. It was difficult but necessary for the business.
What's your training approach for new hires?
A 3-day onboarding mix of shadowing, POS training, and culture immersion. I pair new hires with mentors for ongoing support.
How do you promote teamwork?
Team building activities, for example, staff trivia nights, and recognizing collaborative efforts in meetings.
How do you handle underperforming staff?
Clear feedback, written improvement plans, and additional training. If no progress, I escalate per HR guidelines.
What's the most important quality for a manager?
Adaptability, balancing guest needs, staff dynamics, and business goals in a fast-paced environment.
Describe your menu development experience.
I collaborated with chefs to design seasonal menus based on sales data and local sourcing, increasing profitability by 18%.
How do you manage inventory?
Digital tracking, for example, Restaurant 365, weekly audits, and supplier negotiations to minimize waste.
How do you improve customer retention?
Loyalty programs, for example, VIP music-themed rewards, and personalized follow-ups after negative reviews.
Describe your budgeting experience.
I've managed $2 million plus annual budgets, reducing costs by 8% through vendor negotiations and waste reduction.
How do you create staff schedules?
Using hot schedules to align with forecasted sales, staff availability, and labor laws.
How do you handle emergencies?
I follow protocols. For example, during a power outage, I calmly guided guests with flashlight apps and cooked effective meals.
How do you maintain vendor relationships?
Regular check-ins, timely payments, and volume discounts. I switched seafood vendors last year, saving 10%.
How do you motivate your team?
Public shout-outs, career path discussions, and small incentives, for example, concert tickets for top performers.
How do you respond to negative reviews?
I reply publicly within 24 hours. We're sorry, let's make it right, then invite the guest to contact me directly.
How do you ensure health safety compliance?
Daily checklists, staff certifications, for example, SurfSafe, and Surprise Health Department style inspections.
How do you prepare for seasonal rushes?
Extra inventory, hiring temporary staff, and pre-shift pep talks to align the team.
What's your staff development strategy?
Cross-training servers to bartend/host and offering leadership courses for aspiring managers.
Describe your event management experience.
I've coordinated 50-plus private events, including a 200-guest album launch party with customized menus and themed decor.
How do you approach sustainability?
Composting food waste, using biodegradable packaging, and partnering with local farms.
How proficient are you with POS systems?
Expert in Aloha and Micros, I've trained staff on reporting features to track sales trends.
How do you reduce turnover?
Competitive wages, flexible scheduling, and quarterly stay interviews to address concerns proactively.
How do you train staff to upsell?
Role-playing exercises, for example, how would you suggest a signature cocktail with this meal?
Describe a marketing initiative you led.
A rock and roll brunch campaign with live music, increasing Sunday sales by 35%.
How do you measure success?
Through KPIs like Net Promoter Score, labor cost percentage, and year-over-year revenue growth.
As we near the end, do you have any questions for us about the harvest table?
Yes, I have 2 questions. First, what would be the key priorities for the new restaurant manager in the first 90 days? Second, how does the leadership team support professional development for managers?
Excellent questions. In the first 90 days, we'd want you to assess current operations, build relationships with the team, and identify 2 or 3 areas for immediate improvement. Regarding development, we offer monthly leadership workshops, tuition reimbursement for hospitality certifications, and a clear path to general management for high performers.
That's very encouraging to hear.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today. Thank you for your thoughtful responses. We'll make our decision by the end of next week, and you'll hear from our HR department either way. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you, Miss Williams. I've enjoyed our conversation and learning more about the Hard Rock Cafe. I'm very excited about the opportunity to contribute to your team. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Goodbye.